Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sport. For some breaking news and not the news you want to hear, we've just earlier seen the Springbok team announcement about just over an hour ago. And that is it over there, by the way, if you have seen it. So I thought I'd leave that up so we can sort of talk to it a little bit. Because we have gotten some more information. Now, previously, when this announcement was made, and until recently we were made aware, the only player that we thought was actually injured and not available was BITDEFENDER, who has got a shoulder injury. He was undergoing scans on Monday. We're going to get better feedback on that, so hopefully maybe we'll get a bit of an update sometime today. But that was the only feared injury that we had. However, there is some new news, and apparently Malcolm Marx has also had an injury, and that is from training today. And but there is nothing. There's no real update about it. So apparently it was a training injury today, and that he has undergone scans for it, and they'll know more hopefully in the next day or two. So we do not know yet if that has kept him out or whether the point was to always keep him out. Personally, I think it would make sense that he was going to play, and then they pulled him out because of that injury. So yeah, it was today in training. We unfortunately don't have much information about it, but that's a bit concern. It's a massive concern. I mean, we're talking about arguably the top 5 most important players in the squad, an absolutely world-class player, and you'll be a huge absentee. But so which suddenly means that the team that we've got seen this weekend is, for example, from a Bongi Benami Dion Fourie perspective, takes on a whole new meaning. You know, Dion Fourie was never supposed to play a lot of minutes at hooker this tournament. He was there in case, and now we've got an in case, and yeah, hopefully it's something really minor. And again, there's not a lot of information that was available on it. But some people have been asking why he's not involved in 23. So I thought I'd just quickly throw up a quick video explaining the situation, which is that he has undergone scans today. We're still not sure if it's a shoulder injury or it's an impact, whatever it is. It is obviously an impact injury of some sort. Or at least, you know, so it's from training today. So it's not like it's a health condition or he's sick or anything like that. It is an injury related incident. So we'll have to wait up and see exactly what the story is. And hopefully the main thing, as I said, is that it needs to be pretty minor because we need to get him involved for that Ireland game. And yeah, in terms of, you know, the next couple of weeks, we can probably get away with not having Malcolm Marx for Tonga. We've got to have him for Ireland. We've got him out for the playoffs though. So whatever the injury is, hopefully it's something pretty manageable. Because we're now in a situation, this is the problem with World Cups, where if he's out for 2 weeks, he's out for the Ireland game. If we're talking about a month injury, he's out for playoffs, for quarterfinals. And that's the problem with World Cups, is that the smallest of injuries can rule you out of the entire tournament because you just don't have the time to recover. So if he's out for, let's say, 4 weeks, for example, he could be back for the playoffs. Because obviously, I think the first playoff is on the I think it's on the 13th and 14th of October. So if he's out for a month, he could just make it back in time for the quarterfinals. If it's 3 weeks, he should be all right. If it's 2 weeks, he'll be back for Ireland potentially. Or 2 weeks, 2 weeks or 2 out of Ireland, depending on if it's 2 weeks, 10 days, for example. So yeah, there's not a lot of turnaround time where it becomes a problem. So all of a sudden, Dion Fourie is going to have to step up this weekend because at the same time, if you replace Malcolm Marx in the squad with a Joseph Dweba, then you kind of make that commitment. You can't just bring in players willy-nilly as you want. And you know, you can't just go and say, right, well, Malcolm Marx has got an injury, we've dropped him, we brought in Joseph Dweba, now Malcolm Marx is fine, we can bring him in again. Like, you can't have it that way. So you've got to make decisions. So for example, and this is why I thought I'd do the video, if Malcolm Marx is unavailable for Ireland, and he's unavailable for Tonga, so he's unavailable for the group stages, but there's a chance he could be available for the quarters. You then have to decide, are we happy to go with Bongi Mbonambi and Dion Fourie for those games in the hope that Malcolm Marx is ready for the quarterfinals and we play him? Or do we then have to make the decision to release Malcolm Marx, bring in Joseph Dweba, and have 2 out-and-out hookers? And that's where it's not just as simple as bringing players in and out that some people sort of think, oh, he's injured, so we bring somebody else in. Because that player that being released cannot be brought back in unless there's another injury. So, yeah, if Malcolm Marx was released, Joseph Dweba joins the squad next week, he plays against Ireland, then another forward gets injured. We could bring back Malcolm Marx, for example. if we can cope without whatever that forward position is. But that is the only instance where it would happen. So big decisions to make. Again, we don't know what it is. It could be something very minor. It was picked up in training earlier today. So as soon as we get more information, we will give you an update. But those are what the implications could be if there is something serious. It becomes a bit of a waiting game. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Smash like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven. I'll chat to you soon.